Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Cherry Field in Tucson, Arizona. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network. It's play-by-play coverage in the Chris Moon Memorial Cherry Field Classic, and we're underway in another pool game. And it features the San Marcos Royals and the Pomona Panthers. Each team played one game yesterday. San Marcos won their ball game 2-1 with a walk-off base hit in the bottom of the 7th inning. Pomona lost their game 6-0 to the host Tucson Badgers. Hunter French leads off, and French with a solid base hit. That's past the third baseman into left field. So the leadoff hitter aboard here in the first inning, and it will bring up Sean Nakana West. And we're in one of those situations where we got one of the lineups as Pomona took the field to begin their warm-ups, and so it was the San Marcos lineup that we got late, so it's going to take us a moment to get everything squared away. But there was a solid shot up the middle and into center field, a base hit, and the first two aboard for the Royals as French singles and Nakana West follows with a single. And now the batter is Wes Gibson. Two aboard and nobody out, just underway, top of the first. And a pitch just off the plate. And that's ball one. Colin Pratt, the starting pitcher for Pomona. And the fastball is inside. 4-ball, 2-0. Now the set check of the runner at second base. And the 2-0 pitch, that's inside, 3-0. Back to play after a quick timeout. And the pitch high for ball 4, and the Royals load the bases in the top of the first inning. We've got the scorebook all set here, and so we'll get through the lineup again. French leads off, Nakana West second, Gibson third. Parker Rosenberg, the first baseman, comes to the plate with the bases full. Derek Zylstra, the catcher, bats fifth. Nelson Cope, the left fielder, is sixth. Colin Dosh in center field bats seventh. The number 8 hitter, the third baseman, Blake Katsev, as that pitch is outside for a ball. And then the number 9 hitter is today's starting pitcher for San Marcos. It's David Foster. Bases full, nobody out. Great way to start the first inning, and there's a fly ball down the line in left field. Going to be a long run over there, and the ball dropped and in foul territory. And so the Royals will have to send their runners back. Two solid base hits and a 4-pitch walk begin the ball game. And now a grounder foul. The count goes to 1-2. Now the breeze is picked up, kind of like we had yesterday. Bright and sunny For the 8 o'clock game, the 11 o'clock games, the wind picked up a little bit. We got a lot of cloud cover as that ball has bounced back up the middle, and that's through and into center field. A base hit. One run will score. Another one rounds third and scores. And the Royals have 2 in the first. 2-run single for Parker Rosenberg. Now Derek Zylstra, the catcher, bats as San Marcos tries to tack on some more in the top of the first inning. They've already played at 2 on 3 hits and a walk. And the ball bunted through though, and that's strike 1. Aboard, nobody out, top of the first inning. 2 runs in for San Marcos. And a pitch. And a breaking ball. That's outside. Pratt with the set as he looks back to second, and the pitch. And that's low for a ball, and it's 2-1. Two balls and a strike on Derek Zylstra, with Gan Gibson at second, Rosenberg at first. And a ground ball, that's sharp and past the third baseman into left field. Runner will be held at third, and that'll load the bases. So Zylstra with a single.
Outfielder Nolan Cope.
And now the first pitch to Cope. And he bunts through it for strike 1. I think I might have said Nelson. It's Nolan Cope, I beg your pardon. Base is full and nobody out. Already 2 across for the Royals in the first. And a breaking ball that's over for a strike, and it's 0-2. 2 in for the Royals in the top of the first inning, trying to add to it with the bases full and nobody out. Pratt into the line of the 2-strike pitch. And that's tapped slowly to the right side. Going to have to hurry. They get the out at second. But no throw to first, and that'll be another run. A fielder's choice RBI off the bat of Cope as Gan Gibson scores. Rosenberg to third. Zylstra forced 4-6 at second base, and that's the first out of the ball game. Now Colin Dosh, the center fielder for the Royals. Now, Pomona didn't have the first baseman holding Cope on at first, and so Pratt steps off. Runner from first will take off. They fake to third. And now they're going to throw back and over to first base. Pomona gets an out at first base. The question from the Royals coaching staff was if maybe that was a balk for Pratt. But Cope caught stealing for the second out. And now a ground ball foul wide of third. Interesting there, and then maybe it was just because the Royals were expecting and thinking a balk was going to be called, but you get that runner in a rundown between first and second. Sometimes you might try to get that runner from third to get in to score, as Dosh is hit by the pitch. But I looked over there and he never moved. He was standing left-footed on the bag, and so he wasn't going anywhere. Dosh goes to first, and the batter is the third baseman Blake Ketsev. Defensively for the Panthers, Derek Watts is in left field. Chase Wagner's in center field. Jack Sale is in right. Hunter Hogaboom, the third baseman. Zach Langerel, the shortstop. Chris Benefiel at second. Jarvis Larson at first. As the pitch is fouled back for a strike. Paul Quintana catches Colin Pratt. Three runs for the Royals in the top of the first. Trying to get that runner in from third. And the pitch is inside for a ball, and it's 1-1. Now the set. And the pitch is low for a ball, 2-1. David Foster, the starting pitcher for the Royals, awaits in the on-deck circle. And the 2-1 with the runner going. And that ball grounded out to second, off the glove though. And no play at first base. E4 prolongs the inning and plates run number 4 for San Marcos.
Starting pitcher David Foster.
Now first and second with 2 outs, 4 runs in the inning for San Marcos, and the batter, as I mentioned, is David Foster. And a breaking ball over for a strike. I'll look back to second base. And the 1-strike pitch. That's bounced in. It's 1-1. And the pitch outside. And it's 2 balls and a strike. Dosh at second, Ketsev at first. With 2 outs in the inning, 4 across for the Royals. And a ball fouled out of play down the left side, and it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Check of the runner at second base in the pitch. And that's high and away for a ball, 3-2. And now the runners will get a chance to take off. Runners go, and a swing and a miss. Foster strikes out to end the inning, but San Marcos sends 9 to the plate in the top of the first inning. They score 4 times. And after a half inning of play, it's the Royals 4 and the Panthers coming up. Derek Watts, the leadoff hitter for Pomona, and he takes high for ball 1. So Watts, the left fielder, leads off. Chris Benefield bats second and plays second. Zach Mathis, the DH, bats third as he hits for the pitcher Colin Pratt. Pitch over for a strike, and it's 1-1. Jarvis Larson at first base bats fourth. Jack Sale fifth. Hunter Hogaboom is sixth. And then Zach Langrell, the shortstop, seventh. The catcher Paul Quintana eighth, and Chase Wagner ninth. Pitch away for a ball, and it's 2-1. And the next pitch low. 3 balls and a strike. And Foster back to it with a 3-1. And then misses for ball 4.
Number 5, second baseman Chris Benefield.
Watts aboard at first base for Chris Benefield, the second baseman. Step and a throw to first. Had the runner leaning, but the throw gets away, and that'll send him to second base. And a fly ball to right field. Runner will tag as the throw goes to third base. That's a pretty good arm out there in right field, but Watts goes to third safely. So now Watts at third with 1 out as Pomona bats in the bottom of the first. And now Zach Mathis, the DH, into bat. And the first pitch over the outside corner for a strike. Defensively for the Royals, Cope in left, Dosh in center, and Nakano West in right field. Cats have at third. Again, Gibson, the shortstop, French at second, and Rosenberg at first, and Zylstra catching Foster. Pitch bounced in for a ball. It's 1-1. Runner at third base and 1 out. Panthers trailing San Marcos 4-0. On a breaking ball, I didn't miss by much. Called a ball, and it's 2-1. And the next pitch high for a ball, 3-1. That's going to go to the backstop on a wild pitch. A run is in. And Pomona on the board trailing 4-1. So it's ball 4 to Mathis. And Watts scores on the wild pitch. Need to make another name correction here. It's Javis Larson. I beg your pardon. Again, no excuse. We want to get the names right right off the bat, but when you get the lineups right before the ball game and writing them down during the first inning, make a mistake. So I apologize there, but Larson pops out to Rosenberg, the first baseman, for the second out. And with 2 away,
21, right fielder, Zach.
and a runner at first base. Panthers will try to extend the inning here. And a ground ball and called foul. That had to have been just outside the bag. Jack Saleh, the right fielder, so there's a pronunciation change for us. 1 on with 2 outs, a run in for the Panthers, trailing 4-1 in the bottom of the first. And the pitch is low for a ball, 1-1. San Marcos will stay right here and play the host Tucson Badgers to round out their pool play. And now a swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Pomona was scheduled to play a doubleheader today, and they were supposed to face Stanley Lake out of Colorado in the 8 o'clock game this morning. But we'll talk about that a little bit more as we go along here. That pitch high, and it's 2-2. Stanley Lake apparently has a limitation on the number of games they could play in the tournament, and so they did not play this morning. I don't know if that then becomes a forfeit win as far as the tournament goes for Pomona, or if they just play one less game in the tournament. That ball fouled off, or one less game in their pool standings anyway. Pomona did end up playing. They faced Tucson in pool play last night, or yesterday, a 6-0 loss for the Panthers. Two teams played basically a second-string JV-type game this morning at 8, so the Panthers were still able to get the playing time as Saleh swings, misses, and strikes out to end the Pomona first inning. The Panthers get a run, though, as they get one back here in the bottom of the first inning. They do it without a base hit. There was an error and a couple of walks, one runner left on, and after an inning of play, the Panthers trail the Royals 4-1. Top of the order for the Royals in the second inning as they sent 9 to the plate in the first, and Hunter French hit by a pitch, just barely grazed the upper arm, but it's enough to send him to first base. And the batter will be Sean Nakano West.
Number 23, right fielder Sean Nakano West.
West with a single back in the first. French had a single. Both of them scored as the pitch is outside for ball 1. Ball fouled off on the third base side, and the count goes to 1-1. The set and the 1-1 pitch with the runner going. The ball bunted, picked up in front of the plate to throw to first base, and that's not in time. It looked like there was just a little hesitation there for Quintana, and I don't know if he was waiting to see if the ball was going to spin back toward him, which means it might have gone foul. But by the time he got it and got rid of it to first base, it was too late. That's where you want to be decisive and get right out in front of it, grab it, and get rid of it. And there's a line drive, and that's a base hit off the bat of West Ken Gibson. The throw back into the infield in a hurry, and that loads the bases. Now Parker Rosenberg again as he comes to the plate. He had a big opportunity in the first inning and cashed in with a 2-run single. And he gets the same opportunity, bases loaded with nobody out. And that ball hit into shallow center field. Wagner under it. He makes the catch. Runner going to try to score and to throw up the line on the third base side. So the Royals keep the pressure on. Forcing Pomona to come up with a strike to the plate, and it was not. And the Royals get another run, and they're back up by 4, leading 5-1. 2 aboard with 1 out for Derek Zylstra, the catcher. And a breaking ball over for a strike. Zylstra with a single in the first. Part of that 4-run first inning for the Royals, 4 runs and 4 hits. Now the set from Pratt, the check back to second base in the pitch. And he leaves it high for a ball, 1-1. 3 hits to start the inning, and a sacrifice fly brings in a run to make it 5-1 Royals, top of the second inning. Now the set of a look back to second base and the 1-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss. That one may be up out of the strike zone there. But too good to pass up for Zylstra. Back to second base. And the pitch. That's low for a ball, 2-2. The pitch. And on the appeal, yeah, sure enough, Zylstra went around. I think the plate umpire got screened maybe a little bit by the catcher Quintana.
Fielder, Alan Cope.
Now Cope, the left fielder. Breaking ball over the outer half of the plate for a strike. Cope with a fielder's choice RBI in the first inning. 2 aboard with 2 out. A run in for the Royals in the top of the second inning. They lead 5-1. And a breaking ball. That one misses away, and it's 1-1. Ground ball. Took a funny hop out there, but fielded by Benefiel. He'll flip to Langerel, and the inning is over. A 4-6 force retires Ken Gibson. Cope again with a fielder's choice. This time it ends the inning. And for San Marcos in the second, they get a run on 2 hits. They leave 2, and after an inning and a half, San Marcos leads Pomona by a score of 5-1. 6, 7, and 8 in the order for the Panthers in the bottom of the second. Hunter Hogaboom takes high and outside for ball 1. And the 1-0 pitch, that's outside and high, 2-0. Foster and the Royals give up a run in the bottom of the first inning, but San Marcos gets the run back in the top of the second. And that ball yanked down the left field line, but well foul, and it's 2-1. Pool games all the rest of the day here at Cherry Field in Tucson. And tomorrow we'll start elimination play as the pitch is over for a strike, and it's 2-2. Championship game slated for 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon. And the 2-2. They had a swing and a miss. So Hogaboom down on strikes. First out of the inning, second strikeout for David Foster.
26, shortstop, Zach Langerak.
First pitch misses for a ball. Got another one of those name situations. And our apologies again, a pop-up out to shallow right center field and an over-the-shoulder catch by the second baseman Hunter French. That's Zach Langerak on the pop-out. Paul Quintana. 2 outs, base is empty. Bottom of the second inning, Pomona trailing San Marcos 5-1. And a one hopper over to third. Grabbed there, a step and a throw to first base. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning as Katsev throws out Quintana to end the Pomona second inning. After 2, Pomona still trails San Marcos 5-1. Bottom third of the order, and Colin Dosh going after the first one. He'll send that into left field. And it's a leadoff base hit. Colin hit by a pitch in the first. Now he's got a single to start the third. 7th base hit for the Royals. And the batter is Blake Katsev. He reached on an error back in the first. Throw goes to first base, but the runner back standing.
Nice job back there, kid.
Inside for a ball as Katsev had squared to Bonnie. He had to jump back out of the way. The 1-0 pitch. That's bounced in. Down at the feet, and Quintana will throw late to second base. So a wild pitch moves the runner into scoring position. Sent back to the pitcher. He'll throw on to first base, but the runner advances to third. Pratt thought about going to third base, but thought better of it.
Pitcher, David Foster.
And now with a runner at third and 1 out, the batter is David Foster. Infield comes in for Pomona. Pitch is low for ball 1. And the 1-0 hit sharply. That's off the foot of the second baseman, but it deflects right to the shortstop, Langerak, and he throws out the runner. 4-6-3 on the force at first. Because of the deflection, the runner not able to do anything over there at third. Thought he might try to come in once that ball came loose, but stayed put. Now a swing and a miss for Hunter French. The leadoff hitter for the Royals up for the third time in as many innings. That's always a good sign for the offense. And the 0-1. A swing and a foul ball, and it's 0-2. 5-1 San Marcos as they bat in the top of the third. And the 0-2. And that's inside for a ball, 1-2. French singled and scored in the first, was hit by a pitch and scored in the second. Nice pitch high for a ball, 2-2. Pratt delivers, and that ball pulled down the left field side, but foul. To the count again on French, and a ground ball down the line at third, picked up, thrown across the diamond, and out at first base. The call, and that will end the inning. A 5-3 ground out, and Hogaboom with a nice play there to end the inning and give Pratt some credit as he pitches around a leadoff base hit in the third and does not allow a run after 2.5. Still 5-1 Royals. 9-1-2 in the order. Chase Wagner takes strike one. And the 0-1. And a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. And Foster back to it. Breaking ball is outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the 1-2 pitch. That's inside, 2-2. Foster, the left-hander. Back into the line of the 2-2. And a breaking ball high, 3-2. And a 3-2. And that's fouled back out of play. Into the line of the next pitch, and that's a fly ball to center field. Dosh going back on his horse, and he's not going to get it. It went over his head. And I'm going to try for third base, Wagner, and he pulls in at third base. Ball was bobbled by Dosh after it landed, so I think it should go as a double and an E8. But regardless of how he gets there, Wagner is at third for Watts, the left fielder. And the first pitch misses for a ball. Panthers down 5-1, batting in the bottom of the third. And that ball down the line in left field, and that'll get the run in bobbled again, but runner doesn't break stride going to second base. And we'll give Luntz credit for an RBI double.
Come on, Chris, drive me a kid. There's a duck there.
So a run for the Panthers in the bottom of the third inning. They cut the deficit to 5-2.
Second baseman, Chris Benefield.
And now Chris Benefield, the second baseman. And the first pitch over for a strike. Benefield had a fly ball to right field his first time up. The one strike pitch. And a grounder, first base side, but foul. Foster looking in. And the 0-2. And that's hit well out to right center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Runner's going to be held at third as the throw gets in, but they miss the cutoff man. And that'll give the Panthers an extra base. Third straight hit of the inning for Pomona. Not able to score a run on the play, but they put another runner in scoring position. Second and third with nobody out and a run in the bottom of the third inning. The batter, Zach Mathis. Interesting here that the Royals are going to bring the infield in. The first pitch to Mathis over for a strike. They've got a 3-run lead in the bottom of the third inning. Maybe just trying to put a little extra pressure on the DH. The one strike pitch is high, 1-1. And a swing and a miss. They went right on the inside part of the plate under the hands. The 1-2 pitch. And then hits Mathis to load the bases. Not what Foster wanted to do there, of course. Ahead on the count, a ball and 2 strikes. And now time called from the Royals dugout. Bases loaded, nobody out, a run in for the Panthers here in the bottom of the third. And we get back to play, and Javis Larson hit by the first pitch. The painful RBI as he gets hit with the bases loaded, but it brings in another run for the Panthers.
Right fielder, Jack Saleh.
Come on, Jack.
Jack Saleh, the right fielder. And the first pitch misses for a ball. Double, double, single, hit batter to begin the bottom of the third. The 1-0. That's bounced in. It goes to the backstop, and a wild pitch will play another run.
Good shot, Chris.
And time's going to be called here, and that's going to be it for Foster. As we get another San Marcos timeout, we play in the bottom of the third. So pitching change for San Marcos. Austin Ritchie on to pitch. And the first pitch to Saleh from Ritchie out of play. On the right side of the count, 2-1. Pitch outside. 3-1 pitch. And a ground ball. Bobbled with the throw at first, and now they've got runners hung up between second and third. The runner from second took off. The runner at third never went anywhere. They want to just run him right back to third base, or right to third base, and they get a couple of outs. So a base running error there for the Panthers. Is still at third. Now 2 outs in the inning for Hunter Hogaboom. 3 runs in for the Panthers in the third. And a pop-up. Ball out of play for strike 1 on Hogaboom, who struck out swinging in the second.
Drive through the ball, kid. Come on, 8. Be the man.
The 1-strike pitch. That's high. And it's 1-1. Fastball inside, 2-1. 3 runs in for the Panthers in the third. And the 2-1. That's on the inside corner, a strike, and it's 2-2. Richie trying to get out of the inning here for the Royals. And that one fouled off. And another 2-2. That's inside with a fastball. 3-2. If Hogaboom can reach, Zach Langerak will bat next for Pomona.
Hey, foul it off if it's close. Drive it, it's good. Come on, 8.
And that's popped up right near home plate and put away by the catcher Zylstra to end the inning. But the Panthers get 3 in the bottom of the third to climb a little closer as they trail San Marcos. 2, 3, and 4 in the order for the Royals, and the offense needs to go back to work here as Sean Nakano West takes outside for ball 1. It's a 5-4 lead for San Marcos in the fourth.
Nice,
And a pitch over the outside corner, a strike, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That's bounced in there, 2-1. Now San Marcos going to stay right here on this main field and face the host Tucson Badgers at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And a ball fouled out of play, third base side, and it's 2-2. Connor West with a single and a run in the first and a bunt single in the second. The 2-2. That's fouled straight back. And Pratt to the wind, another 2-2 pitch. That's high for ball 3, 3-2.
Hey, you got 2 on him. Let's go. Ground ball, pop, fly right here.
Here's Pratt back to the line, the 3-2 pitch.
Nice pitch.
And that ball hit well out to right field. But that's caught out there in right by Saleh, and that's out number 1.
Let me call it.
Now Westgan Gibson, who walked and scored in the first and singled in the second.
Don Gibson.
5 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for San Marcos. 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error for Pomona. And the first one is high for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. Low for a ball, 2-0. San Marcos with 4 runs in the first. Pomona got 1 back in the bottom of the first inning. And then San Marcos answered with a run in the top of the second to go up 5-1. Pomona scored 3 times in the bottom of the third to cut it to 5-4. And that's where we're at in the top of the 4th inning. And there's a ball into left field.
Attaboy, 2 down.
And that's put away by Watts for out number 2. Now 2 away for Parker Rosenberg. Rosenberg with a 3 RBI ball game. He had a 2-run single in the first and a sacrifice fly and an RBI in the second. And a ground ball out towards second base. Bobbled, picked up in a throw to first. And still enough time to get Rosenberg, as Benefield didn't get it clean, but he stayed with it and threw out the runner. And for the first time in the ball game, the San Marcos Royals are up and down in order. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. They lead 5-4. Bottom third of the order for the Panthers in the home half of the 4th. And Zach Langerak takes low for ball 1. Langerak popped out to French, the second baseman, back in the 2nd inning. The 1-0 pitch. And a ground ball into the hole and threw it into left field, a base hit. So single starts the inning off right for Pomona. And the batter is Paul Quintana.
Pitcher Paul Quintana.
Quintana grounded out to end the 2nd inning. See if he's bunting here. Number 8 hitter in the order with the tying run aboard at first. He shows bunt. And he'll get it down. And he's thrown out at first base. But again, the bunt successful. Zylstra, the catcher, out to field. And he throws to Rosenberg. The sacrifice retires Quintana. Langerak to second. And so now the tie run in scoring position with 1 away for Chase Wagoner, the center fielder. Wagoner doubled his first time up. He hit a deep fly ball to center field as he takes strike 1 from Ricci. And a breaking ball over for a strike, and it's 0-2. 5-4 ball game, bottom of the 4th. San Marcos trying to go to 2-0 in pool play. And a ground ball down the line. Nice play by the bag at third, and they've got a base running error again as the runner went too far off the bag at second. He's run down, and now the throw to second, and safe the call. As Wagoner hustled to get to second base once Langerak got into the rundown. That all started, though, with a great play by the third baseman Katsev as he dove to his right and got that ball just behind the bag at third. Langerak thought he was going to get up and fire to first base. He was more than halfway down the baseline between second and third. And he was in trouble from there as Derek Watts takes a curveball for a strike. The one strike. And that's past the third baseman, Katsev, and down the line. The runner comes around third. Here comes a throw to the plate. It's late, and Pomona ties the game. Derek Watts with an RBI single, his second hit and his second RBI. As Wagner scores to tie it at 5, and then as the throw goes to the plate, Watts goes to second base.
Second baseman, Chris Benefield.
Chris Benefield, the second baseman for the Panthers. Look back to second, the pitch on the way, and it's over the outside corner for a strike. Benefield had a fly ball to right field in the first, singled and scored in the third. Panthers have come back, though, after surrendering 4 runs in the top of the first inning. They battled back, and they're even now with the Royals. And looking to jump ahead with that runner in scoring position. That ball off the bat of Benefield fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. A slow ground ball on the left side, picked up by Gan Gibson. He throws to first base. Rosenberg picks it out, and the inning is over. So after 4 innings, we start anew as Pomona gets a run in the fourth on 2 hits, and they leave 1 after 4. Pomona 5 and San Marcos 5. Derek Zylstra, the leadoff hitter in the 5th for San Marcos. And the first pitch fouls it off on the third base side. That's strike 1. Zylstra with a single in the first and a strikeout in the second. And the 0-1 pitch. And a ground ball. And that's off the third baseman. That's going to deflect into shallow center field. And the leadoff hitter aboard. Austin Ricci bats for the first time.
Pitcher, Austin Ricci.
Figure that Ricci's bunting, but no sign of it there, and he takes the first one low for a ball. It's a 5-5 ball game, top of the 5th. And the next pitch misses low, 2-0. The set of the 2-0. That's low, 3-0. Five game, top of the 5th. And the pitch over the outer half of the plate for a strike. It's 3-1. And now bunting on 3-1, and the ball bunted foul. It looked more like Ricci was trying to bunt for the base hit, though, as opposed to really squaring around in a sacrifice attempt. Brad steps off, now back up there again. 3 balls, 2 strikes with the runner at first base. And pitch inside. And that is ball 4. So ball 4. And time called from the Pomona dugout. Playing in the 5th, tied at 5. After the timeout, Colin Dosh in there would see if he's going to bunt. And Pratt remembers there's a runner at second, and now they want to make sure they've got the right signs with that runner at second base. And don't want to cross up your catcher in this situation with the go-ahead run in scoring position at second base. First 2 aboard and nobody out in the top of the 5th. And again, you expect the bunts on. Pitch out of the strike zone, but Josh not able to pull the bat back, so it's strike 1. Again, pops it up, and that's strike 2 as it goes fouling off the backstop behind home plate. And the pitch fouled back out of play. No balls, 2 strikes on Dosh. Trying to move those runners around. Got him at first and second with nobody out in the top of the 5th. A 5-5 game. Runner from second takes off. The ball popped up into foul territory. And that's caught for the first down. Jump out there for the runner at second, but not able to steal the bag. And in fact, by the time the ball was kind of up in the air, he was only about 3 or 4 steps away from the bag at third, and had to hustle back to second. Now Katzev with 2 aboard and 1 out, and a slow ground ball on the left side, picked up, spin, and a throw. And out at first base. Throw pulled Larson off the bag, but he was able to come back and get the foot on. So 5-3 ground out retires Katzev. And now the batter is David Foster. So the runners moved up a base apiece. Second and third with 2 outs in the 5th. And Pratt out of the windup in the pitch. And a fastball on the outside corner, strike 1. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. That's low for a ball, and it's 1-1. A 5-5 score, top of the 5th. And a fastball, I was going to say it was high, but called a strike. And it's 1-2. That definitely a high strike and appeared to be up. Now the 1-2. Breaking ball, and that's spoiled as it is fouled out of play. That pitch high for a ball, and it's 2-2. Picking up, blowing in from right field now. Fastball away, 3-2. Ella Foster is able to reach Hunter French. Wood bat for San Marcos in the 5th. And a 3-2. And that one sent to the backstop. We'll try it again. Zylstra at third and Ritchie at second. And a 3-2. And that's high for ball 4. Second walk of the inning. Batter is Hunter French. And pitch over for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. For a strike, and it's 0-2. Brant to the wind, the 0-2. And that's inside, just about got him. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 5-5 game, playing in the top of the 5th. Time called. Wind has really picked up now, blowing in hard from right field. The 1-2 pitch and a line drive, and that's caught by the shortstop Langerak, and that ends the inning. Chance to score for San Marcos, but they're turned away. No runs, no hits, an error, and 2 walks. 3 runners left on base, and after 4.5, it's still 5-5. Heart of the order for Pomona in the bottom of the 5th, 3, 4, and 5 up. And Zach Mathis fouls the first one away for strike 1. Mathis walked in the first, was hit by a pitch in the 3rd. The 0-1. And a ground ball. And that's deflected and on to first base. That's going to roll away, but the runner Mathis will stay put. Katsev couldn't get it clean. It deflected to Gan Gibson and his throw to first base. Just a little bit wide. Rosenberg couldn't get it, but again, it didn't go far enough away for Mathis to try to advance. Now Larson, who was hit by a pitcher with the bases loaded his last time up. He shows bunt, and it's over for a strike. Ball bunted successfully. They're going to go to second base, and the throw is in time at second. So the bunt, at least the sacrifice, not successful. Katsev charged and threw it to solid to second base. So fielder's choice for Larson, and now the batter Jack Saleh. Ball hit pretty well out to right field, and it's over the head of the right fielder, Nakano West. And now it's a track meet as Larson will be held at third. Royals do a good job of getting the ball in quickly, but Pomona in business in the fifth. A double from Saleh. And the batter is Hunter Hogaboom.
Third baseman Hunter Hogaboom.
Infield in for the Royals. And a swing and a miss for a strike. Now the set of the 1-strike pitch. And a fly ball to right field. Could get the run home. We'll see. Nakano West with the catch. And the throw to the plate. Cut off the relay. Not in time, and the run is in. A sacrifice fly from Hunter Hogaboom. And Pomona comes back from a 4-0 deficit. And they've got their first lead as they go up 6-5. Now Zach Langerak with a runner at third and 2 away in the inning. The go-ahead run in for Pomona, though. And the ball popped up into foul territory, and that's playable right near the fence and put away by Zylstra. And the inning is over, but Pomona breaks the tie as they get a run in the bottom of the 5th inning, and after 5, lead 6-5. 2, 3, and 4 in the order for San Marcos to begin the 6th inning, and the ball bunted foul for strike 1. Sean Nakano West at the plate, 2 for 3 today. Swing and a miss. And the next pitch on the way. That one's foul to the screen. San Marcos trailing 6-5 as we start the 6th, and there's a shot back up the middle and into center field. So Nakano West with a single, and the batter is Wescan Gibson.
First off, Wescan Gibson.
First and the runner back. And the bunt shown. The runner goes. The pitch high. The throw to second base. And late on the play, it's a stolen base. West steals second. He gets into scoring position, and the Royals do not have to give up an out to get him there. And a breaking ball over for a strike. On a strike to count. back for a strike. It's 1-2. Tying run at second with nobody out in the top of the sixth. Swing and a miss. So a strikeout, the first down of the sixth inning. And the batter, Parker Rosenberg.
First baseman, Parker Rosenberg.
And Rosenberg hits a ball well out to right field. That's caught. The runner will tag from second and go to third. And the throw a bit late. Rosenberg flies out for the second out. That kind of west to third base. And the batter is Derek Zylstra. First pitch bounced in and blocked by Quintana. That saves a run. And a slow ground ball left side picked up. And a throw on to first base is in time, and a ground out ends the inning, and the tying run is left at third base after 5.5. San Marcos still trails Pomona 6-5. Paul Quintana, the leadoff hitter in the sixth inning for Pomona, and he takes a breaking ball for a strike. 8-9-1 for the Panthers in the sixth. Inside, it's 1-1. And a ground ball back up the middle. Knocked down behind the bag at second. The throw goes to first, but not in time. That's an infield single. Center fielder Chase Wagner steps in for Pomona. Phil Barros runs at first as a courtesy runner. Throw goes that way, and he's back. Number 9 hitter up there. You would figure Wagner's going to be asked to bunt, but we'll see. I mean, he doubled his first time up. Does try to bunt, and he fouls it off. Not exactly a sacrifice bunt, and we'll get a timeout as we play in the bottom of the sixth. Joe's bunt early, pulls the bat back and slaps it through on the left side. Back-to-back base hits for the Panthers in the bottom of the sixth inning.
Outfielder Derek Watts.
Derek Watts, the left fielder. He shows bunt. He is going to bunt, and that's down the third base line, and that's picked up. Picked up in fair territory. I was going to say picked up in foul territory. That's what probably should have happened. But Katsev, I think he grabbed it too soon. That's a bunt single, and the bases are loaded with nobody out for Chris Benefiel. And time called out of the San Marcos dugout. Benefiel in there and ready, batting with the bases loaded and nobody out. A pitching change as Wescan Gibson is in. And that changes up the middle infielders as well as Hunter French moves from second base to shortstop. And Kyle Gonzalez comes in Ricci's spot in the batting order, and he'll play second base. Infield in for San Marcos. Slider over for a strike. The one strike pitch. A breaking ball hit on the ground. Going to go home for the first out, and that's all they'll get, but it does force the runner for the first down. Bases remain loaded, but now one away in the inning after Benefiel reaches on the fielder's choice. And the batter is Zach Mathis. Pomona leads 6-5, trying to add some insurance in the bottom of the sixth. First one low for a ball. Pitch. That's low. Trickles away, but not far enough for the runner to try to advance. And the next pitch low, and that's 3-0. And nowhere to put Mathis with the bases loaded. And that's ball four. Ball went to the backstop, but again, ball four would have brought in the run anyway. So it's a walk with the bases loaded. And a run in for Pomona to make it 7-5. Now Javis Larson. And that goes to the backstop. Runner's going to try to come in. The throw wide. One run will score. Now another one's going to try to come around, and he'll score. Big hustle play there for the Panthers. A wild pitch and then an E2 plates 2 runs for Pomona. And they lead 9-5. Runner at third base with 1 out, the infield in, and the pitch the outside corner for a strike. And the next pitch misses outside, 2-1. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2 on Larson. And that's bounced in. That got a piece of the plate umpire, and no play at the plate. Another wild pitch brings in another run. It's now a 4-run 6th inning, and it's 10-5 Panthers. Strikes out, 2 away. Now Jack Saleh. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 on the order for San Marcos in the 7th. And they'll need a handful to get even as the first one is low for a ball. Next one outside, 2-0. That one bounced in, 3 balls and no strikes. San Marcos is going to have to turn around and play another one here at 2 o'clock. First pitch scheduled from Cherry Field. And they will face the host Tucson High Badgers. It's outside. 4-pitch walk to Saleh as he goes to first. And the batter is Hunter Hogaboo. First one out of play. And that pitch over for a strike. And it's 0-2. Throw to first and the runner back. And the 2-strike pitch. That's low for a ball, 1-2. Four runs in for the Panthers in the bottom of the 6th inning to open things up. They lead by 5. The runner goes. The ball punched into right field. That's down for a base hit. So Hogaboo singles. Saleh goes to third. And the batter is Zach Langerak. Misses for ball 1. San Marcos scored 4 runs in the top of the 1st inning. Added another one in the 2nd, but it has been heavily favored, or heavily played by the Panthers here in the final half of the game as that pitch misses. Runner's going to go. The throw cut off, and then they'll go behind the runner And the ball thrown away, and that's going to bring in a run. Stolen base, and then a throwing error brings in a run. It's a 5-run 6th inning, and it's 11-5. And a swing and a miss. And a ball fouled out of play. Pitch high for a ball. And a pitch outside. And it's 3-2. No, it's ball. Yeah, 3-2. Okay. Pitch. And that's laced into left field, a base hit. And another run for the Panthers. RBI single for Langerak. And the batter is Paul Quintana. He started off the inning with an infield single. Swing and a miss. The ball off the glove. The runner's going to take off for second and make it on the pass ball. Off the handle, but hit pretty well out to left field, over near the line, and that's caught to end the inning. 10 come to the plate for Pomona in the 7th inning, and they score 6 times, and they lead 12-5. Now Gonzalez will bat for the first time, and he faces a new pitcher. He takes on the outside corner a strike. Zach Greer on to pitch the 7th. Now no balls and 2 strikes. Slow for a ball, 1-2. Colin Pratt sure settled in for Pomona as the ball is hit on a soft line over to third, and that's put away by Hogeboom. 1 out in the 7th. After the first pitch, sends the next one into right field, a base hit. officially for Colin Pratt. 6 innings pitched, 7 hits allowed, 5 runs all earned, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts, 2 hit batters. As Cats have taken strike 1. But all 5 runs and 6 of the 7 hits occurred in the first 2 innings. So just 1 hit and a couple of walks allowed the rest of the way. I guess make that 2 hits. There was a total of 8 through the 6 innings. Ball fouled out of play. A called third strike, and there's 2 away in the inning. And the Royals down to their final out here as David Foster is in to hit. First pitch misses for a ball. Runner at first base and 2 away in the top of the 7th. Runner goes, the pitch outside, the throw to second base, and not in time, a stolen base. A little bit surprised that Pomona was holding the runner on in this situation based on the score of the ball game. Left-handed hitter up there, you maybe would concede second base to give your first baseman a better chance to cover some of that right side of the infield. And Greer's pitch, and that misses for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to the number 9 hitter Foster, and it's back to the top of the order for Hunter French. Strike. The 0-1, and that's a ground ball over to third, and they'll go to third base to get the force out of the lead runner and retire the side, and that ends the ball game. No runs, a hit, a walk, and 2 left for San Marcos in the 7th. And again, we go final 12-5 in this pool game. And then the final totals on the ball game for San Marcos: 5 runs, 9 hits, 5 errors, 11 left. For Pomona, 12 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors, and 5 runners left on base. San Marcos now 1-1 in pool play. Pomona 1-1 in the games they've played, and again, there didn't give clarification as to what happened with the early game today, if that becomes sort of a forfeit win for them in pool play or how they wrap that up. But the final score again is Pomona 12 and San Marcos 5 from Cherry Field in Tucson, Arizona. Todd Garbison for Southwest Sports Network saying so long, and we'll talk to you again soon.